Hey guys, it's Myki here. So I mentioned earlier on Facebook, I felt the need to do a motivational video. And why not? I'm out here at Wake Island Water Sports. It's out here in Roseville. You guys should check it out sometime. Man-made lake. I mean, look at this. Look at this. Wakeboarding. They've got this huge wipeout, like, obstacle course. It's huge. Anyhow, so love being near the water. Anyhow, I've had a few conversations with some friends recently. Some friends I've known for many years, others just met. But it's all been centered around the same topic. And that topic is an ex-lover, ex-girlfriend, ex-boyfriend, ex-husband, ex-wife that won't get out of your life. And you are having, or they are having issues with separating and separating completely so they can move on with their lives. Some people it was friendships, others it was ex-lovers, and they're trying to move on because they've got a new relationship happening. So I kind of wanted to give like my opinion on it and some advice, especially because I'm currently going through it myself. No names. A lot of you probably know who the situationship is about. So I recently have gone through it myself. So the two things I want to tell you, I want to advise you to remember when you know you've got to let somebody go. Don't respond. Don't engage. Let me say that again. Don't respond. Don't engage. I know you're saying, Myki, that is so hard. You don't understand. Myki, you don't understand. Believe me, Myki understands. Myki totally understands. So my situationship that I recently got out of was off and on for almost 4 years. It was never meant to be anything serious. It started out as a one-night stand that turned into a two-night stand that turned into a lot of stands, and then eventually a lot of involvement in each other's lives. Did I intend to ever commit to this person? Not really. I think part of me thought I wanted to at one point, but there were key components that were missing that I knew why it wouldn't work out. Even though I stayed connected, there were key components that were missing. Number one, trust. There was absolutely no trust. None. Ever. Ever. I know you're asking, then why did you stay so long? I was in and out, but still. And a lot of you know what I'm talking about because you've done the same, okay? So trust was not ever in existence. Two, loyalty. Loyalty was not there. Ever. Ever. There were times when she was trying to get with my friends, you know, and probably didn't realize that my friends and I were closer than maybe she assumed. And so when it got back to me, or I was sent, you know, the messages that were shared, it just, so loyalty, right? Trust, actually, that kind of goes in the same boat. Also, commitment of any kind. Appreciation never was present. It was always me giving, always me giving. And the thing is it would go off and on, right? So maybe some of you can relate to that. You're on, it's hot for about 3 months, and then it's cold for about 4 months. And then it's hot for about 3 months, and then it's cold for about 2 months, right? And for whatever reason, you will allow that to continue. Maybe words are being said and promises are being made, but they're constantly being broken, and then it's one more try. And at this point, you've invested so much time, and you just kid yourself into thinking, well, you've gone this far. Oh my gosh. So, probably the only factor that was present was love. Yes, there was love. But guess what? Love can go all kinds of directions. Love can be just as toxic as it can be healing. Love is just love. So it can go negative, it can go positive, it can go deep, it can go shallow. So that, and the fact that we started out with sex. And yes, the sex was incredible. And damn it, if they just don't trap you with that, they just trap you with that awesome sex, right? So yeah, that was the other mistake. It was that jumping into bed right away, which has been a problem of mine probably my whole life, is that I mistaken sexual connection for the possibility of a long time thing, right? Not necessarily with the last one, but past relationships. And I know you all out there know what I'm talking about. I want you to think about that, right? Think about how many relationships you have been in where it started off with sex, right? Whether it was the first night you met them, the second night you met them, whatever it was. And you get that energy exchange with the sex, and then you think that this is it, right? No, it's not, because once the newness wears off, the things that it takes to be in a relationship, you discover that there isn't a compatibility. You know, you want to wait it out, right? You want to, at least that's what I'm doing right now. I've made the decision, like, I actually tried to do this before when I met this person 4 years ago. I was like abstaining from sex for like a whole year because I was going to try to just be friends with women first. So I'm starting all over again, right? I'm starting all over. Friends first, despite the attraction. But you learn to develop what you have in common. You build the friendship, right? So that's where I'm at with that. But getting back to the whole no engaging, no responding. So recently, this ex-situationship has been trying to reach me for almost 3 weeks now. Where, I mean, disappeared, didn't hear from, fine, right? Because that was the whole hot cold thing. Recently has tried to engage back with me, and I have not responded at all. Text message after text message, phone calls, voicemails, right? All of a sudden, totally engaged with me, trying to get a response, even stooped so much as to text my daughter, where, of course, I've blocked her from my daughter's phone since. Yeah, it would be really easy just to write back and go, don't talk to me again. Leave me alone. I know some of you probably have done that. You think that if you just tell them, I just need to tell them what I need, which is them to leave me alone, and that will happen. No. Because really what you're dealing with is a narcissistic sociopath, most likely, right? Very sucked into themselves. And it won't matter what you say. The point is you've responded, and now they've got something out of you, and that's the nugget that they want. Because let's admit it, they're succubuses. They would. Because if they weren't, you wouldn't be having issues and being conflicted with when they contact you, because it's mixed emotions, right? It's mixed with, I loved them at one time, and maybe there's a part of me that still loves them, but they keep breaking my heart. Not healthy. Not healthy at all. At all. Don't engage. Don't respond. Yeah, some of you are going to say, well, you know what? I was raised to respond and be polite. Yeah, you probably were. Not everybody deserves that. Maybe you were, it's your heart. It's not, you think you're being cruel. You think you're being mean. But they don't deserve that from you. You've given all that you can give. Some of you, it's been 4 years. Some of you, it's been 8 years. Some of you, it's been 10 years. Some of you, it's been maybe even longer. Don't you think you've given them enough of your life? Don't you? And they're just going to keep taking it. Count on your hand how many times they've given it back to you. And if you don't run out of fingers, if it's just on one hand, that's a sign. Don't engage, don't respond, because they don't deserve that from you. That's where you cut it off, because you have to start healing. You have to start healing. Spiritually, physically, emotionally. The scars are going to run deep. You know, they say that when you break up with somebody, it typically takes half of the lifespan of the relationship to truly work the kinks out completely. So obviously, if you were with someone for 8 years, it could be up to 4 years before they're completely out of your system. Part of that is if you respond to calls or texts, if you haven't heard from them in a year. Hey, beautiful, what's up? Just I was thinking about you and I miss you. Trap. That's a trap. It's a trap. Don't fall into it. Because I guarantee you, if you can flush that negativity out of your life and put forth positive affirmations, it will come back to you positive. Stop attracting the succubuses. Stop attracting the negative. Stop attracting the people that need fixing. You owe them nothing. So yeah, that's what I just wanted to share. My situation, it's felt really good. I've no need. I mean, and she even got really desperate and called and left a crying voicemail, but it doesn't matter. I'm not the person for her to run to anymore. She has a life and she has people that can be there for her. It's no longer me. It doesn't serve me anymore, and it's not mean. I'm just taking my life back. I have to be there for me. You have to be there for you. I hope some of that resonates with you. Feel free to leave comments if you want. I'd love to hear from you, and That's all from Myki. Have a great day.